It may only be a couple of weeks until winter, but there is still plenty going on around here. Yes, g'day and welcome to a new video. No video last week, sorry about that, but back today and gonna give you a few updates on a few things around the place. It's been really, really busy. Starting off here on this buffalo patch of lawn. So this is Prestige soft leaf. Easier to maintain than it is to say. This is Prestige softleaf buffalo, and it has been down for 5.5 months now. I went down on the second day of summer, and it is, yeah, just tracking along really, really nicely in this mid-afternoon sun, looking absolutely fantastic. So I did a granular fertilizer on here probably 4 weeks ago or something like that. I also got my pre-emergent down on here, so I'm preventing weeds from that point onwards. So we'll see what sort of weed pressure we get with a late pre-emergent application. In terms of maintenance, still cutting it at 60 millimeters. I've just sharpened up the edges the other day and he's looking really, really crispy out here. And watering is still once a week. I checked actually this morning and it has rained this autumn, so 2.5 months worth of autumn. It has rained 7 times, which normally we do get some pretty nice rain in southeast Victoria. I'm sweeping throughout those months, so yeah, super dry still, which I think is going to be good for a turf harvest on my front lawn, hopefully, if all goes to plan. But in terms of maintenance on here for the next, say, 4 or so months, it's just going to be mowing once a week for the next little bit while it needs it. I've got a pigment application that I'll be doing in probably a few weeks. I've got some products turning up, hopefully start of next week. From Ben Sims and his new range of products, so that's really exciting. But yeah, until we actually get some rain come through, whether it's this month, whether it's into winter, whether I keep needing to water all through the winter, just consistent maintenance on here, it's looking good. Now the front yard project I banged on about for a long time on here is underway and it's in a bit of a sad stage. So yeah, looking pretty grim. So you can see here the lawn, very dead. So 3 weeks ago, I sprayed it with glyphosate. The following week, I did a urea application just to pump in some nitrogen and try to promote as much growth as could possibly happen in here to get it to grow up through, to spray it back down again. Last week, it was either really windy. It rained actually a little bit, just an annoying couple of mil on the Wednesday, and then I just didn't have an opportunity around kid stuff for the other couple of days of the week, so I didn't get a chance. So start of this week I came and I gave one last spray. Not there was really much here, but anything I can get into here to absorb down into this root system of this kikuyu is absolutely ideal. Want to get the best kill possible, as deep as possible, to make sure it doesn't come back, hopefully. Down here, this is going to be lawn area, so away go those ficus, and over on the side here, this garden bed is going to get bigger, and the silver birch, yeah, it was time for them to go. So have chopped those down this morning, and so yeah, the day this video goes up, I'll be heading to Kennard's Hire to pick up machinery ready for the following morning to come through, dig out as much soil as I can and start preparing for new gardens and lawns. Bit of annoying seed head out here on the back lawn, which is not ideal, but how about we have a little bit of an update out here after a nice trim. Geez, those shadows come across bloody quick at this time of year. So killing my stripe effect just a little bit than if the sun was a bit higher in the sky. But yeah, as you can see, I've been burning in some nice triples there, and yeah, just whacked a few curves in there. So I was just going to try and freehand it, but you saw me using some cones there, so that was helpful. So if you're ever in the position of wanting to try and do something like that, maybe you could give that a go, even if it looks a little bit weird. But yeah, back to around about weekly mows out here on the back lawn, just because I've been busy, but also that's about what it needs, and it's gonna slowly just drop off even more over the next couple of weeks. In the 10-day forecast, we've got a couple of lows of 4 degrees, so whether we actually get those in 6 or 7 days time or not, we'll see. But yeah, that's just really killing the growth and dropping the soil temperatures, which promote growth in our warm season grasses. So being middle of May, yeah, I think I'll have to look at it and I'll put it on the screen, but our first frost last year from memory was around about early June. So I do not want to be complacent with the fact that it's been really dry, and that it's still a beautiful lush color, and I'm still watering regularly or once a week and all that sort of thing, in terms of getting out that pigment, because if all of a sudden a frost is forecast and you can't get the sprayer out there, then yeah, it's going to just do that extra bit of damage. So I'll get the pigment on here soon to protect the leaf from frost, but also just to enhance and retain some nice color. So again, I mentioned earlier in the video about getting some new products soon. Really looking forward to getting that new Lawn Tips mix out, and yeah, just having a go at some of Ben's new stuff. That's going to be really good, and just see how the lawn responds ongoing, because yeah, this kind of beautiful color and coverage throughout the lawn, it's not going to stay exactly like this. It will get a little more faded as winter goes on, depending how many frosts there are, but we can definitely keep a color that is pretty bloody nice, pretty close to this all winter long. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for updates on the front yard. Plenty happening out there. Hopefully you're going to see videos of irrigation installs and turf laying and all that sort of stuff sort of around middle of June. So if everything goes to plan, it should be a quick process out there, and things always go to plan in big projects. So of course that'll be absolutely fine. And so a video today that, well, isn't actually really about anything, but I know what I'm like with watching YouTube, that I'll be happy to just watch anything. So walk around, show me your grass, show me what you're working on, and I like to watch that. So if you're the same, and you missed out on a video last week, then hopefully you still enjoyed this one. Yeah, lots of things to come. Stay tuned, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.